Dr. Cam Todd here with Chapter 4 from the Freight Broker Millionaire Mindset. Dream big. All successful people are optimistic, and all optimistic people are, in one way or the other, sooner or later, successful in accomplishing goals in their life. The optimistic people tend to see the glass half full, not half empty. They believe that the whole universe is friendly towards them and helping them to achieve their dreams. However, what most of the people tend to do is they remain optimistic till the whole of the journey towards their goal, but when they are about to reach the goal, they lose patience, become victims of criticism, and turn their backs toward the goal when even the goal tries to pull them back, but all in vain. This is the reason we don't have a success story for every dreamer and rags to riches for every story of everyone who is poor. A dollar bill on the ground. When Bill Gates was asked if he would find a dollar bill on the ground, would he bother picking it up? To this he replied that he would be more than willing to. Warren Buffett responded to it, saying that if Bill Gates would miss, he wouldn't. It is not like they're hungry for money, but it is the optimistic build-up of the mind by which we perceive things that led them to be the richest persons today. Wisdom of the 21st century. The successful people of the early 20th century had so much optimism filled in them that many of the entrepreneurs of today regard them as their teachers, even if they might not have met them directly. W. Clement Stone is described as a paranoid, not the one you see in the asylum, but the inverse paranoid. While a paranoid may believe that the world is plotting to do him harm, he believed the world was planning to do him good as well. He used to look for opportunities in every challenging or difficult situation and use those opportunities to empower and enrich him or advance his causes. Napoleon Hill mentioned in one of his famous books those golden words: every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Similarly, John D. Rockefeller always tried to turn every disaster into an opportunity. Attitude to climb matters. Altitude of a mountain doesn't. It is really up to us and how we perceive any situation or any opportunity. Henry Ford was a highly optimistic entrepreneur, and he believed that if we think we can do a thing, or if we think we can't do a thing, either way we're right. So it is not the problem of the obstacle in our way that matters. It is our attitude towards the obstacle that matters and determines whether or not we can proceed toward goals. Why are we right either way, according to Ford? In other words, the question is, does positive thinking work, or is it just a pseudo-scientific fact? If you think and believe that you can't do something or you can't accomplish any task within a particular time, you simply won't. Now, if you think you can, or constantly put yourself into believing that you can, and then the mind also responds back with, yes, you can, you are more likely to do the things necessary to make it happen. Then, finally, when you have a clear picture of yourself having that task accomplished, which happens to be a positive thinking and positively visualization of the goal accomplished, you surely will find the path necessary to get there and will accomplish that task even before your set deadline. Thus, positive visualization helps you in defining the target so that you can shoot your automatic target recognition-enabled hard-to-work missile. Regardless of how curved the path is, your hard-work missile will hit the target. Establish an objective or goal for your life. Success is purpose-driven. Hence, to be a successful person, you need to have precise intentions. Since we have different desires and passions, you need to figure out what yours is and discern things that will make you happy and use it as a source of motivation. Once you determine this, you may build your life purpose around it. You may even try to make a career out of something you genuinely love. More success is guaranteed if you do something that you're truly passionate about. Additionally, your goals and objectives should be more realistic and attainable. Visualize yourself as a successful person. Imagining your success accurately can pave the way for easier and more effective implementation. In the long run, you will be convinced of your capacity to fulfill your goals, which in turn brings you more motivation and helps you build self-confidence. Similar to how engineers first envisioned a building before they create it, you should be able to picture what your success will look like vividly. However, make sure that your inspiration is healthy and positive. Do not succumb to narcissism and lose your way in the process. Remember that there are others like you who want to be successful, and competition is inevitable. Figure out what success means to you. The conventional definition of success was explained in the very first chapter. But, as I mentioned earlier, each person has his or her definition of success. Obviously, if you aim to thrive, you need to be able to set your goals and standards of success and not emulate other people's benchmarks. But mostly importantly, these standards should be measurable. Otherwise, you may spend the rest of your life trying to achieve an indefinite goal. For instance, if your goal is to become good at your job, you can work hard or get a raise or even promotion. However, you still have not fulfilled the goal because there's a chance for you to become even better than you are. It will become an endless cycle that whatever you achieve at the present will never be enough. So instead of setting an expensive goal, create a specific quantifiable target to accomplish. Determine what expertise and materials are necessary for you to realize your goals. Once you have set your objectives, you need to figure out what it takes to achieve them. Know when to reduce your self-confidence. The axiom when it comes to business and career is that a high confidence is a must to get things done. Even though this is true for the most part, a lower self-confidence is also needed for success sometimes. First of all, it makes you more receptive to evaluation and feedback and allows you to be more critical of yourself and your capacity. Being overconfident will make you dismissive of other people's opinions and critique. To be a successful person, you need to be able to appraise yourself and your skills effectively. For example, if you have a big presentation due the next day, you do not stop checking for possible oversights, and you rehearse what you're going to say over and over again until you do it flawlessly. Lastly, being less egotistical will lead you toward better relationships. Respect begs respect, and if you want to work with other individuals smoothly and efficiently, you should know how to make it less about you and more about the team as a whole. Recognize which abilities you need to hone and which ones you can outsource. Particular skills can either be acquired naturally or after continuous learning and practice, because it is a time-consuming and can cause you to burn out. If you have more than one undertaking at hand, the best solution would be outsourcing. Knowing how to outsource less essential tasks is convenient because it helps you to get more work done in the least amount of time possible. Plus, it gives you the chance to concentrate on things that are more indispensable to your craft. Using the previous example of starting a business, you can outsource computer-related duties to information technology experts to help you get started. Create a timeline for when you want to accomplish these goals. If you do not affix a specific timeline for when you attain your objective, then you would not know whether you have succeeded or failed. When you arrange a timetable, take note that the table need not be too demanding, but realistic and feasible at the same time. Stay inquisitive about your future. The most successful individuals have unquenchable thirst for curiosity. When they have questions that are left unanswered or uninformed about how certain things work, they do not just let it slide. Instead, they find a way to figure out whatever it is they do not know. Frequently, the inquisitions take them on a chase for self-discovery, where the journey and destinations are equally important. Here's the final case study. Elon Musk has proven himself to be a visionary and effective leader, and this is evident from many interviews and quotes attributed to him, as well as anecdotes from people around him who know him on a personal level. It is also quite evident that he's using his influence the best he can do to inspire others around him to aim for excellence and reach for something better. Vision encompasses your overall goals as ambitions in life. Referring both to general aspirations as well as specific targets, having vision in life will endow you with the drive that keeps going regardless of obstacles and that may come up. Vision also keeps you on track, lessening diversions from the task and responsibilities at hand, especially when there are distractions that lurk along the way and may derail you from the aspirations in life. This brings us to the end of Chapter 4 from the Freight Broker Millionaire Mindset. Moving next to Chapter 5 with Dr. Cam Todd.